Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all to On Track 3 Codeavour 7.2, the Robo Soccer League. I'm super excited to have you all here today. So let's start the session. So before starting the session, let me talk about Codeavour. So Codeavour is an educational initiative designed through to introduce young kids to learn about the world of coding, robotics, and technology throughout a fun way, hands-on experience, and project-based learning. It is more just like than a learning program. It is all about applying creativity, problem solving, and logic in real life scenarios. So as you can see, this whole session itinerary divided into multiple points. First of all, the Robo Soccer League, the and the introduction to robo making, introduction to robo software. My name is Arpit Ranjan from the team Codeavour, and Miss Rohit explaining the So I'm your host today's session. My name is Arpit Ranjan from Team Codeavour, and Mr. Rohit Sharma, he is also from the Team Codeavour, will be joining, and he is telling about the mechanical part of the all robots. So let us move ahead and watch this uh, previous video of Codeavour edition. So, coming out to key features of Codeavour, it compiles of hands-on learning. Kids don't just sit and watch; they create projects, build robots, and write their own codes and their own ideas. So, it consists of multiple tracks: the problem-solving and creative thing. And in this competition and challenges, mentor guidance and friendly will So as you can see, the whole Codeavour is divided into three tracks. The track is the innovation and entrepreneurship track, in which you are using you are using yeah. In track two, as you can see, track two compiles of wellness and AI and robotic challenges, and in track three, which is our new track, which is the Robo-Soccer tournament. So as we can start today's session from our track three only. So yeah, now we jump into robots, we categorize the whole Codeavour into four different parts. First is the launch. The launch of Codeavour happened at 30th August 2025. The regional, it is based on different countries, November 2025 to January 2026. And after that, we have nationals at respective countries in January 2026 to March 2026, and international, which is happening on Jakarta, Indonesia, which is on May 2026. Now, before we jump into robots, let's imagine something. Think about your favorite football match, the cheering crowd, the last minute goal, and the rush excitement. Now, imagine this. What if robot could play the soccer just like humans do? That's exactly what robot is all about. Your mood, your logic, and your creativity coming together to make a robotic champion. So today we'll give you an overview how robots can play soccer and how you are going to be a coach from outside the field. Yeah. So moving around, the award and the recognition recognition bar that sets the prize distribution in Codeavour. So as you can see, it compiles of gadgets, mentoring sessions, devices, cash prize, medals, and certificates, which will provided in this competition. So a total of 100 prize and mentorship worth of $25,000 will be included in Codeavour. Moving ahead, so this is the main part of today's session, the Robo Soccer Arena. So let us understand why Robo Soccer. First of all, it is a simple idea. It is a simple idea. Learning should be more futuristic. Our goal is to turn every young learner into creative problem solver ready for the future. So this Robo Soccer bring a STEM learning live through real play and making coding robotic project in a very fun and creative way, encouraging kids to build, test, or fail and improve just like real engineers, inspiring teamwork, sportsmen, and innovation. Moving ahead, so these are the total flow of the Robo Soccer arena. You can Just like a normal football match, you can strategize your own football arena match. You can strategize your own robot. You can design multiple mechanical and different parts from your own robot and code according to your need, and then the main action plays. So here's another video. We'll show the glimpse of how Robo Soccer robots will playing the football. So watching small robots playing like that is fun, right? So suppose you are the controller. You are the controller, you are the coach, you are the one who is giving the instruction to these robots. So are you excited? Write down in the chat box. So after that, let me ask you a question. How many of you, how many of you have played Robo Soccer or created one? One robot that can handle a ball, that can play a soccer kind of thing. Give me answer in chat box. How many of you played Robo Soccer? So I can see multiple yes. So we have a team of engineers here. So in today's session, we will learn what is the different rule of track, which is a soccer, to create different kind of robots. What are the physics behind it? How we can integrate our creativity into codes and projects. So let's move ahead. First of all, let's start from know your arena. You have to like understand the arena first, understand the ground first. Obviously, in the football match, in normal football match, we'll test the ground if the grass is like wet or dry. According to that, we have multiple strategies. So just like a normal football match, now let's talk about where the main magic happens, the arena. This is your Robo Soccer field, which is 8 feet by 4 feet. The match is always start. The match always start with the ball placed in the center, as you can see in the image. The match always start with the ball placed in center. Each team's robot begin inside their D boxes near their own goal. As you can see, the arena dimensions are 8 feet cross 4 feet, and the playing area is 6.5 cross 3.6 feet. And the goalpost height is width is 40 centimeter, height is 25 centimeters, and depth is 20 centimeters. Moving ahead, so as you can see on the image, before the game begins, you have to understand the arena. What are the different nomenclature? First, you can see A point is the A point is the center line. The B point is the center dot where before starting the match, the ball is placed at B point. The D point are the dashed lines. D point are the dashed lines, which is the penalty point area, and the C point is the D area. In C, you can see two different squares. The squares are, yeah, as you can see at C point, the D boxes are mentioned. At D boxes, you can see two different squares. At that squares, we put our robots. Let's move ahead. So yeah, the game starting positions look like this. Your team should be consist of three players. The playing should allow only two players and one is for substitute. As you can see in the image, the inside the D, two different robots are placed according to the team, team 1 and team 2. Let's move ahead. So from here, build your own soccer bot step by step. Is This slide is taken by my colleague Rohit Sharma.
Hello. Hello all. So today I will be going through all the robots and how and we can build it and all rules and regulations about it. So the robot understanding is. So let me start with it. So what you will learn today is about rules and limits of robot which you can build. Can you show it? So we will learn about rules and regulations of. No. Yeah. Let's start with learning about all about soccer board step by step. Let's start with rules and limits, and then we will understand about design steps. So, though you will get all the rules and regulations official in the Codeavour website in rule book, I have it here, which is very major to reveal and to know for participant. We have maximum limit and maximum weight limits for all robot rules, which is mentioned here and which is also mentioned in the Codeavour website. You have to know the dimensions are 20 into 20 into 15 centimeters and maximum weight is 800 grams and majorly power limit is maximum load 10 to the limit. It is something which is very important to know because if not you can't exceed more than 9. Something while you're designing robot to make sure you don't have sharp edges, you have to follow the. You can't build destructive mechanisms because it's a robo software and robo and robot intentionally reference to infrared signal jamming and display. Official all mentioned in the book you can download and follow. Today let's bring go a step ahead and learn how we can design the robots, right? What majorly Comes with the design robots. The, the design robot is very simple for soccer. The major components are motor, batteries, controller, chassis body, wheel, and mechanisms. All these are combinations to make your robot ready. Motors is something which makes your motor move. Battery gives power. Controllers like Rubit, Arduino gives the brain. Chassis is something will mount everything on, and you choose motors accordingly and power accordingly as per. You can text in the chat box what tool parts you add in your. Will it be sensors? Will it be lights? Will it be sounds? Or will it be what kind of advanced mechanisms? You have to know that every great robot starts with great plan. So you have to sketch it, think, then build it, thinking of all components. Let's move to the next. Before designing and starting your robot, you have to understand the game. You have to think like a football coach. What is about your how will your robot move? What kind of it is? Is two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or how you will push and control the ball? Front plate or how will you balance the weight? Not too heavy or not too low. With all electronics quickly. Think your robot must do that. Should it move quickly with advanced mechanisms, or should it be robot, or should be a push or shoot mode? Decide your robot goal and gameplay start building because this is the major step. Without it, you cannot build your robot. Let's move to the next step. Now decide your robot so you build it. What kind of robot you're building? Will it be a striker? Will it be a defender bot? Will it be a rounder bot? Because the way you decide, it will tell you how it is. Striker bots are something which is more of fast and light, fast and strong. Or defender bots something like strong and heavy, strong and light. It is completely dependent of you how you decide robot you want to build for your Robo-Soccer game. So first you have to make this decision and then you have to start. This is all about majorly your decision, but we are here to help you. What robot sounds like your robot? What will it need? Tell it us in the chat. Choose your role, then design your bot to make your game play. Because a good defensive mechanism with you, a good launching mechanism also can make you win. Let's move ahead. The first step is to choose your chases. There are different kind of chases. You can make MDF chases, you can do a 3D printed, you can make singular chases, or you can choose a chases which already have claws in it. Here in image you get four types of examples, but there are different materials which you can use. One is 3D printed to Lego, you can do plastic mold, you can the part, but make sure your habit and weight is maintained as per design structure. You have to make sure your structure is very sturdy and all parts which your chases, the way you select it has to be selected the basis so that all your parts which will be mounted on the chase has to be perfect. Either it be a motor, it be a battery, either it be a wheels or use screws and nuts, avoid tape and joinery. Fix all your parts perfectly on your chases so that while you're playing the game, it should not give hindrance to you. Remember, rules are rules. In While in the match, you will be not allowed to touch your robot. Take your design perfect, make ergonomically and not sharpen.
Hello. So there was little lag. Let's start again. So now we will talk about design your chases. So while you are selecting the chases, you have to make sure what kind of materials you are selecting and what kind of sturdiness you want to build your robot. Remember based on what you have thought about it. So right now your design your chases is majorly based on your materials and how you design. So the materials could be MDF, could be 3D printed, could be Lego material, could be plastic molded, could also be metal parts. But make sure you follow the design rule completely. Okay. Now, do you know about chases? Let's move to the next slide. The next part is how you choose your power and brain, which is most important because that is something which will drive everything in your robot. You the major power comes through battery and your driver board could be anything, but the major rule is it should be coded through pictoblocks. That is one of the most important rule which you have to mind. You can use different boards like Quirky, you can use Arduino, you can use ESP82, you can use microbit, but you have to make sure the coding has to be done only through pictoblocks. And batteries, you can use different kind of battery, but make sure nothing should be exceeding more than 9 volt. That is again mentioned in the rule book which I have mentioned earlier. That is something most important part of designing your robot. Now once your robot motors are there, wheels has been selected, now major part comes in mechanisms. What kind of mechanisms you want to build, right? There are different mechanisms you can build for your robot. It can be a simple claw mechanisms, it can be a major mechanisms like flipper, shooter, kicker mechanisms. So we will learn each mechanism one by one. I will show you how we have designed to inspire you, to give you more knowledge on types of mechanisms you can build for your robots. Let's move ahead. So as you can see in the image, the first is basics robot, which has different types of claw. It has a okay. Let's start with mechanisms again. As you can see, there are there are different types of mechanism which you can build. One is claw, which are basics ones which you can build your in soccer robot, and then you can build advanced mechanisms like shooter mechanisms, kicker mechanism, flipper mechanisms. The claw mechanisms can be built as an add-on material, or you can make in your chassis itself, which you can see in the images. The another advance is flipper and kicker, which I will tell you in details going ahead. Let's talk about basic robots first, which has claw attachment. As you can see in the mark in the first white claw, it has been add-on claw. So it has attached on the chassis. In the second one, if you see, the chassis already has the claw. So these are two different types of claws you can make. Then you see the third image, it again we have added a claw from the outside. In the fourth, you can see there is a mix of things. Chassis, also we have added a different claw to make it supportive. So that's how you can design different types of claws for your robots. Coming to basics robots claw as body, like you can design your plastic molded metal part or 3D printed, but within the body itself you can design your claw. So you don't have to add claw differently. So these are different types which you can think and which you can make. So these are the four kind of different designs which you can see in the image right now which we are showing you. There are different types of claws and different types of bodies. Let's move ahead to advanced robot mechanism. First, we made simple robot. So I want you to see the journey how you have to think while you're making. You can build different mechanisms, but you have to see how your robot works. So you learn and then you upgrade. So first we made it a simple robot. Then we modified the chassis. And then we added a cam and shooter mechanism to make a power kicker robot. That's how you can build your own. There are different mechanisms which you can build. One is a kicker robot, which is being built by cam shooter, as you can see in the image. That is how you upgrade yourself step by step to make different mechanisms. Another example is flipper robot. In this, you can see the MDF, and in this, we have added a servo and shoot plate. So by this servo plate, you can shoot a very good robot as for your shooting mechanisms. So this is one of another example how you can build different mechanisms. Let me take you to more advanced mechanism which you can build. Another one is again a cam, but a different mechanism. This is more powerful and more give you more torque and more good length for shooting. You have to think like, remember I have told you think like a goal coach. Think which robots you have to build for your game arena. What kind of robots you have to bring. You are allowed to bring two robots for the game match and one as a backup. So design your robots accordingly so that you can use it for different timings. That is how you have to build your strategy. Another example is kicker robot, which is used again with the servo, which gives more power than any other robot. So you can use this. This is again a design principles and design mechanism. You are free to design your own robots. You are free to design your own designs, makings. You can choose. These are just examples to make you more inspired. We have also made a Lego robot. We have also show the mechanism of claw. Then you can see a mini kicker robot, which has a servo again, which helps you to kick the ball ahead. Then there is a special mechanism called scissor mechanism. You can see in the image how a scissor mechanism can be built to shoot a robot. This is more advanced mechanism which you can build. Then we have 4-bar mechanism. If you can see in the highlighted red area, it's a 4-bar mechanism. It gives a high torque and high torsion to kick your ball ahead. This is how you have to think of different mechanisms, different lever mechanisms, different scissor mechanism, 4-bar drive. Also, just for this is a 6-wheel drive. So once you are designing a robot, it doesn't has to be only 2-wheel drive or 3-wheel drive. As I told you up ahead, you can make 4-wheel drive, you can make 6-wheel drive. You can also use omni wheels. This is how advanced level you have to think, but within the rules regulations. Another example is gear powered. Till now you have seen motor powered, servo powered, but this here we have added a gear to make it more advanced torque. So this gives you more power to shoot while you are running your robot. As you move forward, you can shoot it very smoothly. Another example is wedge robot. This is not a mechanism robot, but this is an advanced design to give you as a defensive robot. If some robot is coming for attacking, this can be a great example for a defense. While so all these were just an examples how different mechanisms you can build, right? Now let's jump into how clean designed robots you should make and why you should make. Most of the your quirky, your wires, your microcontrollers, your wheels, your wires of robots, your motors could be exposed and could be damaged while playing. So your goal should be to make clean designs. This is one of the example which we have built. We have incorporated everything inside and encapsulated and hidden everything in the by the lid. So you can see it's very completely designed robot and nothing is exposed outside. This way you can win your games more precisely because nothing will go wrong with your robot. But one major rule you have to make sure is you have to leave space of 4 by 4 centimeter on your robot. This is again mentioned in the rule because this is how you I hope everything is clear till now. So this is done. Now let's jump to testing and practice. Once your robot has been made, you have to do lot of testing and practice. Test with your school teachers, test with your mentors, test with your parents, test with your friends, because your robot has to be perfectly as per rules and regulations, and it will be go into inspections. In the inspection, if your robot is not perfect, it will be disqualified. So make sure, test everything, practice your match, and make great robots. I will hand over to Arpit again, and he will take you ahead with whole journey of robot making.
So hello once again, guys. Let us go through Robo-Soccer League quick rules. What are the quick rules? Basic introduction about the total match format and what is the match flow. Actually, the normal Robo-Soccer consists of two teams, one versus one team playground. So teams consist of 2 to 3 student max. Max 2 robots on field and one backup is allowed. So match times are divided into 2 halves, 2 per minute. As you can see, the first half and then after, first half is consist of 2 minutes. After that, a break of 1 minute occur, and after that, the second half. So the winning conditions are normal, just as like as football. The highest score wins, as goals minus the formula is goals minus foul is the total score. So the starting of the match, let me just move ahead. Yeah, before telling you about the fouls in the cards, let me tell you what is the starting of the match. The coin toss occurs. The referee tosses the coin. The first named team calls, and the winner chooses the side first, and then kick off occurs. Just like normal football, two sides divided. Teams switch their sides after the halftime, and initial setup will be the ball is at center of the arena, as you can see the arena. So both teams place all active balls inside their own D with fully marked on lines orientation. Yes. So moving ahead on match kickoff. So the kickoff happens each half. after very every goal, the ball comes at center. After scoring each and every goal, just like normal football, the ball comes at center, and the robots are placed in the D. So pause. Let me move further. So as you can see, the fouls and the cards. As in the normal football, there are two cards: red card and yellow card. Four yellow cards automatically turn into a red card, which means removal of one active robot for the rest of half. And the yellow card, it means in each every foul, one yellow card is offered. Moving ahead, let us talk about the fouls and the penalties. As while on an active match, suppose someone hand touched their robot without referee's permission, so that means minus 12 points plus reset. False start. Suppose I am the referee of some game and I'll play. I am the referee of some game and I'll shout start before starting the match. The robot automatically move ahead, so that is also considered as a foul or a false start. That consists of minus 4 plus reset as a penalty. So moving during the pause, suppose a referee scream pause. So that time, if you're moving your robot, that will also considered as a penalty. That stands for minus 4 points. And ball carry. Suppose your robot carries the ball and for the more than 3 seconds, that will automatically considered as a minus 4 plus pause penalty. And game camping, ball out, crossing fields opponent, and several misconducted, suppose damage, interference, and abuse. That is also considered as a foul. And in the several misconduct, that is automatically get disqualification of your team. So moving ahead, so let us understand what is the meaning of pause and reset. So pause is a temporary stop. The ball returns to the center and robots stay frozen. So suppose in a deadlock position, robots get scrambled together, and in a deadlock position, the referee scream stops. So at that time, every robot should be frozen and the ball comes at the center. And reset is a full restart, just like a new kickoff. Just ball gets into the center and the robots get into the D. Moving ahead, so scoring and winning. So as you can see, every time your robot gets the ball full across the goal line and you can earn 10 plus points, it means one goal is equivalent to 10 points. A valid goal must be crossed into the goal arena and touches the ground. So suppose you can see the line over here. You can see the goal line over here. The ball must be crossed the line for a for a valid goal. So, in the end, the scoring and the result, as you can see on the screen, goal should be 10, equivalent of 10 points. Fouls, points detected as above, as I shown the table view. So result, the highest score wins, the negative scores possible, and the tie. Suppose a tiebreaker round happens. Suppose two teams which are playing having equivalent score. In that particular condition, we will go into penalties, and at penalty shootout, three tries will be given to each team, and each trial will be a golden rule. So this rule book is also mentioned in our Codeavour website. You can refer from the Codeavour website as in track 3 column. The arena and the arena's dimension also mentioned at the Codeavour's website. Please go after this session. Please go and have check it out. So the floor is now open to the questions
Okay. So as you can see on the screen, you can scan this QR code to more know about the Codeavour. You can visit our YouTube page, you can visit our Instagram page as well as website for more clarity. Everything is the rule book, the guidelines about the arena, all of the arena 1, arena 2, and arena 3, all is on our Codeavour website. Please do visit. And the dice is open to questions now. If you have any questions, please write it on the comment box.